no pool to get your kicked out. Little nigga, but I'm big boy flexing. Out of the world, Jason. Can't wait till I hop in that lesson. They say that I changed on the same way they met me. Bitch, I don't even rock by guns. Just know if you try me, you gon' see one. I sit in that
Night.
I'm all right. What about you?
I'm well, thank you. What are you getting into? Look like y'all weightlifting or something. What's good?
No, just cool, man.
All right, so you ready to get into it?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you currently?
Bainbridge, Georgia, my hometown.
Okay, all right. So let's get into it. Tell, like, for viewers who don't know who you are, tell them who you are and how you got into music.
I'm Nosay Da'Plug. I basically got into music from being in a drug-infested area and seeing people go through stuff that we really didn't have to go through. And I knew that it was the easier way to get out of it.
Okay, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
27.
27. Okay, you're a baby.
Man.
Yeah. You still in that phase to where, okay, I got good strong 15 years in this before I start kind of remixing it.
Straight up.
So what was your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say my older brother.
Okay, and why I read that. So why was he your biggest inspiration?
Man, that man can make it. That man a freestyle a whole song in like 3 minutes. and I wasn't really studying like nobody famous. That music wasn't really. I really wasn't studying music.
Okay,
But
so
my
when you
brother
say you
likes stuff.
when you say you weren't studying it, what do you mean? You didn't take it seriously?
I ain't take it serious.
And if you could put a time frame on when you started taking it seriously, what would that look like?
I legitly say probably last year.
Last year, okay, all right. So, and that's interesting that you said that. So, how did you prepare for it? Like, get your cadence together.
It's crazy 'cause I just kept doing the same thing I've been doing since I was 15. Just kept doing the same thing. And my partner, he got out of jail. He actually got out of jail and started managing me, and it's crazy because since then he done got my name trademark, copyrighted, the LLC, the ASCAP, the BMI. So he really got me on the business side. Side of it. I miss.
Okay, so do you think that it's important for an artist to get management when they come into the game?
Yes, man, that's real important.
And why is it important in your opinion?
Because it's like, see, some artists, they probably just got it all and ain't got no money, no financial push. So, got a manager, just say if you got a show in Atlanta or something you probably couldn't make on your own, they should manage to get you up there, you feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your first song that you broke out?
Skillet.
Skillet. Okay, and what was the response for that?
Oh man, they ate it up.
What, for the old heads, what does that mean?
Oh man, they like that. They like that a
loved
lot.
it. Okay, all right, I can dig it.
They love
it. What are you working on now?
I got a single called Focus. I'm really working on the visual to it.
And what inspired that track?
Really like the same thing that inspired all my music. I like it's my life and what I go through. But basically, it's like that song basically about how last year I went in this position and I got in this position basically without any source of income, people believing in me around me.
Okay, all right. So, like, how long did it take you to develop who you are now? I know you started a year ago, but you put out music before last year, or what were you doing?
Yeah, I've been putting out music. I'll say I got it all together around when I turned my name into Nosay, that's when I got it together, which was about 3 years ago.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, man.
Oh, okay. Who would you like to work with, and who would you like to share the stage with?
Who would I like to work with, and who would I would like to do what else with?
Share the stage with, like collaborations.
I gotta get me a Mike Smith, and just for the new generation, I do the Baby and Sauce Walker.
Okay. All right. So, what lessons have you learned aside from you need a manager for sure coming into this?
You gotta the business side. You gotta own your beats. You gotta just because you came up with this cool name and that ain't nobody else got, you gotta buy that too. So it's like the business side is what I learned. You gotta
Okay.
own your instrumentals. You
So you
can't
mean
drop the song without having the producers and all that.
when you say you gotta own your instrumentals, because you got people like Tory Lanez that are just do a cover in a New York minute. Why is it important to own
Debo,
your instrumentals?
because independent artists, you can't do it. Tory Lanez do. Tory Lanez got people,
Right.
and he already got a buzz. So if you take an instrumental that somebody that's already on and you drop it and that's your hit single and that's the one that was finna take you out of here, you ain't got $1 now to invest in your rap career because that song got every dollar you made off it getting snatched from you.
Okay. You seem pretty knowledgeable. I like that about you.
I
Now,
appreciate it.
what would you want to do outside of the music?
Outside of the music, oh man, I'll probably do. They talk about nah, nigga. I'll do a stand up comedy. I'm gonna do me a DC Young Fly. One of them.
Who's your favorite comedian?
My favorite comedian.
Oh, that was like Cardi B.
Chris Tucker and Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor.
And Chris Tucker.
Okay, all right. They good. They good. You don't like Kevin Hart?
Yeah, I love Kevin Hart. He just, the corny.
So, you said you wanted to soak everything in this industry up like a sponge. So, and with that being said, how do you feel about old school artist development where they had to do boot camp and like just exercise and do all of this extra stuff just to get them prepared for the stage?
Man, these dudes own me about it now. They own me. I feel like it is a necessity because I was out there tired trying to perform. I'm talking about I couldn't get it out. I'm telling the crowd, like, yeah, I'm tired. Yeah.
You told the crowd you tired.
I told them I had to. I was like, I'm gonna start doing these ride waves. They're gonna be 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm gonna do y'all all over. For real though. But yeah, that's a necessity.
So it's helpful, basically.
Yes, man.
Okay, all right. So, and then it's just going back to the music. You have the one single out now. Do you have any other singles coming out behind that? A follow-up?
Yes, man. That's gonna be focused, but I don't really want to say too much about it.
Okay, all right. So what do you want to do outside of the music? But I already asked you that. I'm sorry. That was crazy. Because you said you don't want to act, which I think you should.
Yeah, I'm a big comedian. My homeboy said something in the back. He said podcast. Yeah, I get me a podcast start.
You should be definitely on the podcast. I think you got a vibrant, like you kind of vibrant, so you should be. So this is a crazy question right here. Who's your favorite Black superhero?
My favorite Black superhero?
Yes.
Shout out my Dukes.
I know that's doggone right. You better say it right.
That's it. Man, I opened up the refrigerator and wasn't nothing in there. She still cooked a lot of stuff sometimes. I'll shout out my Dukes on that one.
I love that. You pay her homage now. What do you want your legacy to be?
You hit me with one then. I like that one. I don't know. We may need to come back to that. I don't want to rush my answer on that. My legacy.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we come back to that one. I like that one.
Okay, so if you can use your platform to influence the younger generation, what would that be?
If I could use my platform,
Mm-hmm.
what would I tell them?
Yes.
Oh man, you got it in you. Don't let nobody tell you. See, man, if that money what you stressing, man, just keep going, cause somebody with that money gonna see you, and eventually they're gonna invest in you. If that don't happen, just keep grinding. Somebody gonna see you. That'll be my message to them.
Okay, all right. So, like, and as far as the pandemic, how have you sustained and maintained during this?
It's crazy to say the pandemic. That's when I've been doing the most, like the interviews, the TV interviews, and the phone interviews. So like me right now talking to you.
Okay, so
And
that's been popping.
on social media, that's what I said.
Okay, so
Yeah, just try to stay in their face.
with your performances, like, where can people come out and catch you? Where can they catch a vibe? Are you performing? Like, what's that like where you are?
Yes, man. See, my manager, he's setting up all the shows, but see, like we did a show in Atlanta. We just threw our own party in our hometown in Bainbridge.
Mm-hmm.
I performed out there, me, Slum God, Trav, and my homeboy YT. So like when we perform, you'll catch it on our on social media, on the social media page.
Okay, so people who's watching this should follow you on Instagram, basically.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here's another question. If you hear this one word, tell me what comes to mind as it best describes you.
Okay.
Unstoppable.
Hold on, I couldn't hear your question. What you said?
Okay, so I'm going to say this one word. Tell me how it applies to you, how it best describes you as an artist, as a man. And the word is unstoppable.
My word is, you feel me? That's how it is when I'm in the booth. That's how I be fit. I mean, like, that's how I feel.
Uh-huh.
When I'm in the
Unstoppable.
booth, yes, man, like, you could play, it could be a song I don't even really, a beat I don't really like. That ain't gonna stop me from getting on it. It could be a subject that I don't want to talk about, but I'm gonna still speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That's why I be like, most people see a challenge and leave it alone. I don't leave it alone. I make music for the people. Like, if my old lady make me mad today, I'm not gonna go make no happy club song. I'm gonna make a song about my old lady made me mad today. And I'm not gonna play it to the world first. I'm gonna put it in her ear first.
You kind of got an old soul. You said your old lady. What? You only 27 years old. Talk like that.
That's my old lady. She thought you got an old soul. You funny. You the youngster. You the youngster.
My son is your age.
Yeah.
We're gonna double back to that last question. And I know you didn't want to answer it, but what do you want your legacy to be?
Right.
We back to it.
I want my legacy to be like this. Okay. He came from nothing. Look what I say. How could I put this? He gained a lot and remained the same.
Okay. All right. Humility.
Humility.
Yeah, you still humble. Like, you came from the bottom, but you still remember where you came from. Every verse, every song is about your past. It's about where you are. It's about your future. It's arriving you to where you're going. See, I should be writing your rhymes for you.
You get me.
right, so can you give our viewers your social media handles?
Okay, my Facebook, my Instagram, and my Snapchat all the same. Nosay Da'Plug, NOSAYDA''Plug. My YouTube channel where you're gonna see all the videos and skillet where I just dropped and focus what's coming is Distinguished Gentlemen's Club ENT.
Okay. And then where, like, do you have a website specifically for your music?
We getting it right. We are. That's why I say I don't want to say too much about focus.
Okay. Okay, cool beans. So thank you so much, youngin.
Yeah, appreciate that.
It was a pleasure, and just keep making dope beats.
Appreciate that.